Guys, so we learned about weight yesterday. We used a balance to determine how heavy something is and how light something is. We also used our hands to figure out what was heavy. So if I had my hands out and my balance looks like this, point to the one that's heavy. Yes, the one closer to the ground is heavy. So we say heavy. And the one up top is light. Let's do that. One down is heavy. And the one is light. I'm doing the other way. Heavy, light. And if your arms are like this, the same, if the balance is the same, balance is called the same weight. All right, so we're going to do a little project. I can't find my glue stick, but I'm using regular glue. I got a piece of paper, and then I used two different colors. So I used another color to do a triangle. I just cut out a triangle, and then on another color I used made a straight rectangle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue the triangle at the bottom, but I want to make sure my triangle point goes to the top. So let me show you real quick. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Miss Peppy, a dab will do. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put this at the bottom. We are making a balance, okay? A balance. So do you see how I put the triangle with the point up top? Okay, so now I want to make sure, I don't want to do a balance. I don't want to do the same way. I'm going to put one up top like so. So I'm going to put some glue on this. And make a balance. So here's my balance. That's all I did. So I know this one down to the bottom, closer to is what? Everybody say it in that deep voice. Heavy. And the one up top is light. Let's do it again. The one at the bottom is heavy. And the one up top is light. Love it. So what I'm going to do is I took out a magazine. You can draw these pictures. I found an old magazine that that I'm allowed to cut. You can always ask your mom, your dad, if there's old magazines that I'm allowed to cut up. But do not, listen to me, do not choose a magazine on your own and start cutting it up. That's not a good thing. You can ask mom or dad, do you have a magazine that I can find pictures and cut up? Or if they do not, you are more than welcome to just draw pictures. You can draw a heavy object and a light object. I had a magazine that I no longer needed, so I found two pictures that I knew were heavier and I knew one is lighter. Now, we can't balance these because these are just regular piece of papers. They're the same weight. But you have to use your schema, knowledge that I already know, figure out, I remember holding this object and it was light. And I remember holding this object and they are a little bit heavier than that one. So you have to use your schema to figure out which one is heavier and which one is lighter. All right, because we did that yesterday in that little, I think it was yesterday, or it could be today. You have to use your schema in order for you to determine which one's heavier and which one's lighter. So right here, I have my balance. I also found two pictures in a magazine. I have a little puppy, doggy. How cute is that? I know it's not Tucker. I know it's not, he's looking at me. I know it's not Tucker, but I have a little puppy and I have an avocado. All right. Looking at that, this one's bigger in the picture, but thinking about my schema. I know a puppy doesn't weigh too much, but it's heavier than an avocado. All right. So I would say a puppy is heavier than an avocado. So what I'm going to do is, since this is heavier, where does it go on my scale? Leona? Heavier. Yes, it goes to the bottom, the scale that is down. So I'm going to put that on my scale, just like so. How cool is that? And then, where does the avocado, since it's lighter, where does it go? Yes, it goes on top. Lighter, like it's floating. So I'm going to put a little glue here. Sticky, sticky. Can't you? All right, do you see what I did here? How cool is that? You made your own balance and put it here, but you're not done just yet. All right, I'm going to label which one is light and which one is heavy. Light. Oops, that G didn't go. And which one is heavy. And that's it. It's a fun little project. You can make a lot of these. Light and heavy. You're comparing two objects. You're using your schema to determine if it's light or heavy. Sound good? All right, guys, I can't wait to see what you did. Remember, if you do not have magazines, you are more than welcome to draw your pictures, but you need to write light and you need to write one is heavy. Got it? I'm excited to see what you guys do. When the scale is down, we always say heavy. When the scale is facing up, we say light. Now, we might not have a scale at home. You might have a scale, balance. We call it a balance, really. A balance is something that goes up and down, but you have a scale to tell you how much you weigh. You can do that too, but sometimes when objects are really light, it won't go on that kind of scale. All right, let's do this, but sometimes we just need our schema. Use our schema in order to do, to figure out which one is which. All right, so we are going to put an X on the heavy and then a circle, we're going to circle the heavy object and we are going to put an X on the lighter object. I don't have a pen to do it, to see it. So what we're going to do is just, we are just going to do a circle. I don't think I have a tool. Okay, so we are going to circle the heavier. Now this is a magazine made out of light paper, and this is a hardcover book. Yeah, a hardcover book is heavy and a magazine is light. I want you to decide between a big computer, desktop computer, and a cell phone. Yeah, that's a cell phone, everybody. Looks different, right? Yes, the computer's heavy and the cell phone is light. Think about this. What do you think is heavy? What do you think is light? Oops, sorry guys. All right, now look at this objects. All right, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to circle the object that is heavy and the X out the lighter. Now look at number 5. Okay, they're both bread. One has marble on, like a different mixture of breads, but they look the same size, right? So what is it? Which one's heavier or which one's lighter? Or if they're the same weight? What do you think, Grace? Yes, they're the same weight, just because they might look different, but they're both pieces of bread. Awesome, they're the same weight. Now, look at right here. I want Ellie. Ellie, which one is heavier? Great job, the backpack. And then this one is lighter. Have you ever held a piece of paper? It is light. Nice job. All right, looking at these number 7. What do you think, Cleo? Which one is heavier? Okay, you said the orange. Why do you say the orange? Yeah, it's bigger. And so then this cherry is lighter. Yeah, it's just a little one, right? It's just one of them. All right, let's look at number 8. They're 2 clocks. So they're the same, thing. This one tells you the time and this one tells you the time. but are they the same weight, Maxwell? You said no, but why? Yeah, they're different sizes. So this one looks smaller, so it's lighter, and this one actually hangs on the wall that you need to make sure it doesn't fall off. These are very heavy, so it will go down in the scale. Ooh, number 9. Who can help me with number 9? Evie, can you help me out with number 9? Which one is lighter? Yeah, you thought I was going to say heavy. Which one is lighter? One banana, right? One banana is light. But when you put all those bananas together, it becomes heavier. So one thing we say is one banana is lighter than a bunch of bananas. Let's look at number 10. Campbell, which one is lighter? Yes, the ring, because why would you put a heavy ring on your finger? It would be heavy, right? So look at the necklace. Necklace has more jewels, more parts to it, so it becomes heavier than the ring. Or we can say the ring is lighter than the necklace. We can also do these. I want you to point to the one that's heavier. To each picture. So I'm going to point to the dog. Point to the man. Point to the water. Anybody point it in here? Ah, I heard somebody. Hagen, you said they're the same, right? You can't point to it. So if you pointed to the objects that are heavier, you would put the dog, you put the man, and you would put the watermelon. Now I want you to point to the objects that are lighter. Great job. You should point it to the butterfly, the little kid, and the grapes. Now, look right here. Yes, they're the same. So no one's heavier, no one's lighter. All right, guys, we're going to do an activity. I'm going to show you what to do for that activity.